Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I'm your host for today's live stream, and my name is Connor. I hope you're all having a fine Sunday, and let's get right into this live stream. So let's go ahead and put our screen up on the computer. First of all, I want to address everybody in our live audience who's here nice and early for the show today. We got Fiat Hater saying happy Sunday, Connor. Good day for Kendu. Cat waking up as well. We'll take a look at those for sure. And good to see you, Fiat Hater. We got Jay Silva in the building. We got Johnny G saying when moon. Ideally soon here. And smash that like button, guys. Shout out to Fiat Hater. We got Sportgram as well. We got Vinay. We'll get to your questions. We got C Don't Care. What's going on, C Don't Care? We'll take a look at SMH as well. Everybody's here. We got TS. We got OB1. We got Rigo. We got Bluebird. We got Miko. We got Sergio. We got Doles. We got E&M. The whole fam is here, guys. Let's get right into this live stream. All right, so starting things off, let's take a look at the broad overall market. And then we'll hop into the charts as well as some news today. So Bitcoin right now, 65,873. It's holding strong over the weekend. And we're seeing a lot of altcoins pump pretty hard into the September monthly close. If we look at the top gainers on the day, we got the Ethereum proof of work coin. That's basically the original Ethereum as far as I'm concerned, right? Because Ethereum went ahead and migrated to proof of stake, which is the ETH number 2 in market cap. This is the one that stayed behind, right? They forked it basically. Anyways, we got Smoking Chicken Fish up 31%. Apu up 32%. Absolutely ripping Apu, which is said to be the real Pepe character. A lot of meme coins moving very, very hard today. As you can see, Retardio up 27%. And Blub, which I believe Armzilla asked me about the other day, a Sui meme is up 28%. Yeah, a lot of altcoins absolutely ripping it on the day. Ticker Bitcoin as well as a top gainer. MAGA Trump, top gainer, which is not too surprising. Yeah, things are really picking up right now. Looking at the losers, some pullbacks for some meme coins. It looks like Based AI down 10% after hitting $5, as well as Pepe coin. But overall, we are very bullish right now. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into these charts and go over what is happening. So on the daily time frame, right, we had that daily closure above the highs at 65K. That's the first higher high in like 6 months or something like that. So I wouldn't be ignoring such a obvious sign of strength. It's easy for people to play mental gymnastics with themselves and, say, oh, we haven't broken the channel yet. We're going to get rejected, all this stuff. But look, we just had a daily closure above 65K, the last previous key swing pivot high. So, I mean, momentum is obviously in the bull side right now. Looking at our daily candles, our past 3 days have been somewhat undecisive, right? Some doji candles closing here at around 65, 66K. We got 2 days basically until October in quarter 4. All right, we got Monday, and then Tuesday will be October 1st. All right, so what we're looking for now is basically the final completion of this move of the channel. And we're just looking to, get to the top of our channel here to 68K. Pullbacks are still welcomed. As far as I'm concerned, we are in aggressive by the dip mode. Again, not ignoring the obvious signs of strength from the market. So going off of that, we do have some levels below that I would like to see given for a pullback. Now, our first level is the top of my green zone here. All right, the top of my green zone, it's right at $64,000. Below that, there's the quarterly open at 62,600. Just here. And then we have all the alerts that I've had set since last week from 62 down to around 60,600 down here. All right, so whatever ends up being the pullback, whether it's just a 64, whether it's the 62,600, whether it's all the way down to 60,600, I really don't care. I just want to get this pullback because as far as I'm concerned, it could be the final one before we absolutely melt upwards and reach new all-time highs. So that is what I'm looking for going into October. Of course, the main narrative for the market right now is the election. All right, the election is on November 5th. the polls and the bets will close on November 4th, and it's dead even right now. And we're 36 days away right now from the election. And if you guys have been paying attention here to the channel, I've shared this thesis multiple times where, around 40 days before the election, the market's going to really start to pick up. And it was quite scary how accurate that was. It was quite scary how accurate that was, right? And the second half of that prediction is that we run hard in October going into the election. All right, so I'm expecting a very bullish October. Based off of, again, just we're going to pump going into 40 days out of the election, and we're going to run into that November 5th date. All right, so with that said, October should be quite bullish for us, and the charts reflect that as well. Everything's looking great. One thing that is not looking too great is the dollar showing some strength. If we look in the dollar here, it has very, very clean bullish divergence here at the key 100 level. All right, this is the 12-hour time frame. But this is something I'm watching because, again, interest rate cuts, they're typically short-term bearish for risk on assets, and that would mean a strong dollar. And the dollar does look like it wants to pump from these lows. All right, so this is kind of the only thing I'm watching that would throw off everything that I'm looking for, would be if the dollar wants to come and run up here. Maybe 101, 102. If this thing really wants to fly, it can get back up and retest the key 103 level. As you can see, labeled by a major support resistance flip here in the chart. So this is the only thing that I'm seeing that could potentially throw everything off. But I think it would be short-lived. And I think it would quickly pump and then reverse in the direction that we want to see, right? A weak dollar means strong commodities and risk on season. And we want risk on season for altcoin season. All right. So keep an eye on the dollar, keep watching that. And Bitcoin dominance, potentially, I mean, it hasn't really reached the level of 60% yet. And it put in a pretty telling weekly candle here, right? It's kind of undecided right now if it wants to keep pumping or start dumping. And this weekly candle is going to close in around 3 hours. And these are the early signs of a potential reversal. All right, early signs of a potential reversal: spike up, indecision, some red weekly closes. Maybe it wants to cascade down now. Again, the full confirmation of altcoin season, as far as I'm concerned, would be a weekly candle close below this trend line. Because again, that trend line goes all the way back to 2017 up here. We're above it. That was the rejection point for the altcoin season in 2021. So once we get back below this trend line, I say we are in full-on altcoin season, and that will last. It usually only lasts for like 3 to 5 months. So you better not be buying late when the Bitcoin dominance is below this trend line, because it's going to move really, really aggressively. And yeah, you want to be positioned well before that, which in my opinion is basically like right now, or the past few weeks. Really, I mean, before the interest rate cut in September, that September 18th FOMC, right? If you were in before that, you are in profit right now. No matter what coin you hold, basically everything pumped super hard in September, and we're expecting continuation now for October. All right. So that's the election. Again, our election prediction was right on the money. The second half of that prediction is we're going to pump in October going into that election. So let's stick with the plan. I know Man with a Plan would appreciate that. I'm sure he's in our live chat somewhere. Just haven't seen him yet. Here's a good tweet, a good meme by Bold Leonidas that I think is pretty relevant. So again, I just said altcoins, Bitcoin, everything rallied super hard in September. And there's a lot of people seeing these green charts and they're like, I'm sidelined. Can't believe I missed it. We're in the business here of predicting what's going to happen on the right side of the chart, right? We don't care about what happened over here. We care about what's going to happen over here. So I think this is a good meme because it's a pretty accurate portrayal of what could and will likely happen going forward here. Right? Everybody thinks they missed it. Well, you don't know what's going to happen on that right side of the chart. And there's a good chance that it's really just starting now. I think it's just starting personally. So expecting good times ahead here to close out the year in Q4. Don't let this be you. Also, some global liquidity cycle news. So the global net liquidity is currently exploding. And this means unprecedented monetary destruction, and dollar destruction is what that means. Economic secular stagnation and risky assets expansion, aka risk on, aka altcoin season. All right, you can see here the global liquidity, global money supply is at all-time highs, right? There's never been more money in the world than there is right now. What's going to happen? That money is going to find its way into risk-on speculative assets, especially as the Fed starts to run up its printer, right? When it starts stimulating the market, like China just did, right? China injecting straight up liquidity into their markets. The US should be doing the same with these interest rate cuts. There's a little bit of a delayed effect, but the printer should start back up soon. And there's a good chance that a lot of that money finds its way into the riskiest asset class available, which is cryptocurrency. All right, so some more bullish things here. We also have some news that the BlackRock ETF is starting to get $1 billion, or a lot of inflows, I should say. Let's see. So BlackRock bought more shares of its spot Bitcoin ETF for its global allocation fund. So that means BlackRock is buying Bitcoin through their own fund. They're basically betting on themselves. BlackRock owns the entire world. I mean, the majority of stocks out there, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, but BlackRock is the big one. And now they're buying their own Bitcoin ETF fund. So don't ignore this, right? The biggest market maker in the entire world is, buying Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to be a bear. It really is hard to be a bear right now. And that's going to cover our news for now. Hope you guys are now well informed with what's going on in the market. You should be. And let's get right back into our live chat and see what's going on and answer some of these questions. So first of all, Fiat Hater, the first one on our live chat, said, "Can do and Cat waking up." So let's go take a look at those. Some meme coins. Bobo at 75 mil. I mean, once this thing goes, it won't be back to these levels as far as I'm concerned, but we'll talk about that later. Let's see. Kendu. So there's two Kendus, right? There's the Kendu on ETH, which is, the original one that I have been, a holder of since, not super early, but the first few weeks down here at like a $3.8 million market cap. It did run up to a high here of 280 mil. So you do the math on that. I will do it together. Why not? 280 divided by 3.8. There's a clean 73x. Come on now. But yeah, Kendu does look like it is finding its bottom here. All right. So this is right now at 60 million, still holding a bag of this. But I think that the Kendu on base is going to be the big winner from this point. It's starting to move now. Found its bottom down here at around 760K, as you can see, and it's at 1.5 mil. Basically did a 2x from the bottom. Look, if Kendu ETH is going to say 1 billion, I think that Kendu base can go to like 50 to 100 million. So I think this has a lot of room to run. And I mean, I'm bullish on both of these, but I think base will have a huge return, huge comeback. And I think that this one's primed to really, really run. So yeah, I mean, both Kendus, bullish on them, bullish on both, hold both. And it should be good, right? We already crushed Kendu ETH. Now I'd like to see Kendu base really run. Derivative basically, but there's zero fees on base. So it should be interesting to see what goes on there. And then Cat. So Cat is Simon's Cat, that meme coin. And it basically took a huge dump, flushed out all the longs. Let's pull up this chart. So if we look at this chart, this thing took a huge dive recently, coming all the way down here to 3.2 cents. All right, it basically filled this out. My finder bar is in the way. This candle, the huge red daily candle, price basically wicked down into this kind of major order block down here below 3.3 cents. And huge wick now on the daily. And it's basically just retesting the daily open. So yeah, with CZ now out of jail, a lot of BNB coins are starting to move. BNB's at the cusp of breaking its all-time high. If we look at that really quick, this thing is around 20% away from breaking its all-time high. And Simon's cat is a meme on the Binance Smart Chain. It gets shielded really hard by a lot of influencers out there. I just like trading it. And as far as I'm concerned, there's a good chance that these long wicks down into this demand area, that was the final kind of capitulation. So have your eyes on this one going into this week, into the start of October. More dips to the green are good buys. And I'm looking for this one to push to new highs. I think they're going to, the cabal, the cartel, whoever's behind this, I think they're going to push it pretty hard. So, yeah, good call there, fiat hater. And let's see, fiat hater says good entry for TET right now. So, yeah, TET basically kind of confirmed that it's bottomed for us by breaking out above $10. TET as a layer one, strong pick, had a good run at the start of the year or late last year into the start of this year, retraced the entire pump, and we were looking for a move above $10, a daily closure above 10, and we did get that, as you can see just here. And now we're right on our daily 200 EMA. So is it a good buy right now? Yeah, I think it's a good buy. We're now in a new confirmed uptrend. We made it a higher high. We're right on the 200 daily EMA. So, yeah, this thing should start to really move aggressively from here. All the signs that we look for, it has. It's confirmed that it wants to pump, that the bleeding out is over. Let's see. Vinay says, thoughts on Creo and Gamercoin GHX. Yeah, they're both good picks for gaming. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Creo, huge revival off of the bottom down here. This was in August, the middle of August. This thing bottomed out. And from that point, it's up 338%. So, yeah, you're certainly not buying the bottom anymore. It's a good gaming project, though. So ideally, you want to see it make new all-time highs. So it has multiples in it. And then GHX, another one that crushed it earlier in the year. And as well, you know, it's looking good. It has not made a higher high yet, above 12.7 cents. But yeah, I mean, this thing went parabolic, as you all can see. It did a 65x from low to high of the pump in 105 days in 3 months, right? So like I said at the beginning of this stream, the altcoin season lasts for like 3 to 5 months, guys. Here's an example on GHX. We can go through a lot of charts and it would be the same kind of time length. Some of them might be 120 days of pumping. Some of them might be 150 days, which is 5 months. Yeah, but usually altcoin season lasts for like 3 to 5 months. All right, so when we get to the point 3 to 5 months from now, or maybe it'll be like 8, 9 months from now, whenever it will be, but charts look like this, and you take a measurement and you see it's been pumping for like 3 months plus, and you don't take any profit, well then, I mean, you deserve to round trip, right? I'm telling you right now how long these things last. And, you know, if you catch yourself a 65x in 90 days and you don't take profit, I'm not sure what to tell you. But yeah, both of them are good gaming coins. Shout out to Sportgram. And C Don't Care is asking about SMH finding a bottom. Yeah, it does look like it did. So it's out of this parallel channel, right? Strong impulsive move out of this parallel channel off of the midline. And I mean, it still has a lot of work to do. These are still really low prices. So yeah, it does look like it found a bottom. And yeah, still bullish on SMH. We got TS. He says, hey, brother, opinion on Cody and Dog Runes. Any price estimation? So Cody as a multi-cycle coin, I'm not too sure about it. It was at 64 cents at the peak of the last run. It ran from 3 cents to 26 cents from October to March. I mean, look, it should do well. It's been performing. It should continue to perform. Price estimation. Well, I have targets from last cycle. I got one here at 87 and one at 115, and then the all-time high at 64. So I would use those. And then Dogs, Runes, I'm really not into that. I'm not going to give a price estimation because I really haven't been paying much attention at all to the Bitcoin ecosystem in Rune. So maybe I'm dropping the ball there and I'm missing on a major opportunity, but I feel good with the altcoins I have and don't feel it's necessary to become an expert on runes all of a sudden. Fiat Hater says that the WIF rally is far from over. Yeah, WIF is on an absolute tear. It's at 260. 250 right now. All right, if you look at this daily, it's basically approaching its first supply zone, a major supply zone at 270, 275. And it's just been on track ever since the breakout at 167, where we shared it here. It's just been flying. And yeah, I mean, this thing should continue to pump, I mean, to new all-time highs, right? You want to see it make a new all-time high. I'm not sure if it goes $8, $10, $12. It would be an absurdly high market cap, but it's the dog with the hat. So I agree that it's far from over. It's just been straight up carnage. I mean, nothing but buys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, what about talk about a green week? 7 weekly green candles in a row now. Even on Sunday for the weekly closure. Absolutely insane weekly candle. And the thing is, you know, in a bull run, these weekly candles, you can get consecutive insane weekly candles, right? So certainly looks like it's just starting here. First kind of parabolic impulsive move. And if it does give you a pullback to its quarterly open here, I would be looking to buy the dip, and that's around 220. But yeah, WIF is extremely strong, leading the pack right now. And a lot of these meme coins are kind of doing the same. Sundog, Justin Sun's Tron meme coin. Definitely have my eyes on this one because I expect it to pump into price discovery. And it's respecting its golden pocket right now. Right? How I got that particular golden pocket, I took this high down to this low. And we'll put a fib with just the golden pocket. And, you know, we can see that we've respected this level twice. Once here, once again here. Maybe it wants to break down and come back into our green demand zone. If it does, I hope it does. That's where I like to get another entry on Sundog below 30 cents. If it wants to lose this level. PopGat's still really strong. Brett back above $1 billion market cap. Ponky looks like it wants to put in its next leg back up towards 50 cents. I wouldn't be ignoring this this major breakout that's playing out here on Ponky. Very strong Sunday for it. And we talked about Apu, right? Apu is on absolute fire. Broke out of that bull flag at 26 cents. And it has now hit its, look how perfectly it hit this 61.8 fib extension level. But yeah, I mean, this one is likely just starting as well, because if you look at the weekly, let's go to this one. If you look on the weekly for Apu, or we'll go to the 3-day, you guys remember the accumulation lakes? You should remember those. Well, I mean, this was a very clean accumulation lake on Apu on the weekly. It's breaking out right now. So this looks like it's just starting to. Apu, some people say that this is the original Pepe, the real Pepe. So if that's the case, it should go to billions as well. And it just broke out of its bear market accumulation range. All right, from August to September 24th, it was below this key level. It's now above it. So as far as I'm concerned, that's an all systems go flashing signal. Bluebird says, give a big like. Your man is here. Shout out to Bluebird. Appreciate you, my man. We got Maximus in Texas here as well. What's up, Maximus? Kazuya saying smash that like button. Yes, sir. Austia Craig, hey brother, your thoughts on Cetus, DeFi Hub on Sui, something similar to Uniswap or Jupe? Cetus on Sui, if it's similar to those, it should do quite well. I haven't looked at this ever, but we'll look at it on stream right now. Weekly chart looks insane. Daily chart obviously is going to look insane too if the weekly looks insane. Thoughts on this? Well, you're basically buying the all-time high breakout if you want to enter into this thing now. It does have a 60 mil market cap, 92 fully diluted. So it's pretty low in the grand scheme of things. A 60 mil market cap is pretty low, especially if you're going to compare to Uniswap and Jupiter, which are in the billions. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, Sui should continue to perform. So if that's the case, this should continue to perform. But yeah, you're buying an all-time high breakout here, which can be a very good strategy in a bull market. It's the worst thing you could do if we weren't at the cusp of a very, very, explosive multi-month rally. But because we are at the cusp of an explosive multi-month rally, to my knowledge, it might not be the worst idea, but it's still very risky and not something I would recommend doing. It's up to you to do that. Tom, what's up, Tom? Tom says, what do you think about VRA, Veracity? So I used to be a large supporter of this coin, but I went ahead and moved on to bigger and better things as far as I'm concerned. I mean, nice move off of the lows at the bottom here, but look, let's be real. We don't want to be focusing. This thing could do well. I just don't think it will. I think there's a lot of better options out there. And I mean, the chart's a very, very lackluster chart compared to a lot of other assets on the market, especially coins that are just going through its first bull market right now. And VRA did a 300x last cycle. So I don't want to be in a coin that's already done a 300x. I'd rather be in a coin that launched in the bear market or this bull market and is going to go on and do its first 300x. This thing, as you just saw, right, 26,000%. That's a 260x in 300 days. December to December, yeah, full year. So yeah, it already did a 260x last cycle. So I would look for a new coin that can do a 260x this cycle that hasn't gone through a bull market yet. D Bogus says, hi Connor, hope all is well. What do you think about Ponky launching Ponky Swap Q4? Ponky Swap should be good for Ponky. I mean, it's a meme coin. All these additional features are just all hype. A meme coin's a meme coin. It's only ever going to have the value that we give it. So, I mean, bullish, I guess, but I mean, Ponky would do well, I think, with or without a Ponky swap. All right, let's see. Miko says, do you have an opinion about credible crypto on X? Yeah, I think he's good. I mean, I've been following him since like 2020. I don't really keep up with him, but I don't have anything bad to say about him. Let's see. BTC Andy. Hello, I'm from Germany. What do you think of VeChain? Would not hold VeChain. My price prediction, I don't know. Again, it's an old cycle coin. So I wouldn't focus on an old cycle coin. I focus on a new cycle coin. That's how I play the game. We got James says, TI and Caspa, too much FUD out there. So yeah, I mean, I think the FUD is about the co-founder just being extremely supportive of one particular country because that's where he's from on his profile, and he also gives like updates about Caspa from there. So he's basically mixing his personal life and business together, which is causing a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the community. If we look at Caspa here, it's been sideways now for a long time, lads. It's been sideways now for 308 days. Pretty boring times for Caspa, not going to lie. The KRC20s are out. A bunch of people are buying Nacho and Casper the Ghost and all this other garbage. One of those is going to do insane numbers for sure. It just goes to show you how retarded the market is. But anyways, let's see. TA and Caspa. Well, big level here at 15.7, 16. Big level down here at 14.8. And then we got our trend line down here at around 14. I mean, this chart's just in a sideways consolidation right now. Dips are for buying. Daily 200 EMA is at 15.2. All right, so that means if you deviate this support at 15.7 and head down here, probably going to be a good level to buy. If things get really, really bad and it sells off crazy hard, well, then your yearly opens at 11.1, which I don't see happening at all. But that level does stick out at me. But yeah, I don't see it breaking this trend line, right? This uptrend line. So I wouldn't be too stressed about the FUD. I still see Caspa going to $2 to $3, minimum $1. Right, I'll definitely sell some there, but keep a large bag for higher. But I wouldn't let the FUD get to you, my man. Armando, the most bullish person I have in my live chat ever. Shout out to the biggest bull in the crypto empire community, or man Armando Pedra. He says, one last buying opportunity. Buy as much as you can and sit back and sell before May and go away. Horrific bear starting September 2025 until late 2027. My man Armando, always telling it how it is. Again, the biggest bull in the crypto empire community. Armando, always a pleasure to have you in our live chat. Bluebird says, are we going to see all-time highs? The majority of the renowned tokens / coins? No, the old coins, a lot of them will not make new all-time highs. Too much dilution, too many bag holders, just too much tension. We want the fresh new stuff that has a clear path to new all-time highs. Michael Scruggs says, dig in your new exit music. Did you come across that in Asia? It's Japanese. It is Japanese, yes. And I was in Japan not too long ago. Anyway, Medier Cake says, hello, Connor. What are your thoughts on political meme coins? Donald Trump, please. So Trump is like a retarded version of Trump. Yeah, looks bottomed out. Right, looks bottomed out here. This thing goes all the way back to February 2024. So it ain't new. Stood the test of time. And it held this level over here, like a 10 million market cap, really well. But yeah, this thing looks bottomed out. The Trump meme looks bottomed out as well. Again, we gave you a perfect bottom call here at Crypto Empire. Don't believe me? Just go watch my last video on political finance coins. And now you will believe me. But yeah, it looks like these political coins are starting to really move. And the thesis is that going into the election, they should rally hard. G Trump still floored out right now at 110K. I want to see this one move ideally as well. But the main one is, of course, the Trump MAGA coin, which is up around 100% from the bottom, 90%. So good to see just to start. Trump looks like it's bottom too. Do you like Octaspace? I like it. I just don't hold it. I can't hold them all. XLM. I mean, XRP is moving, so I'd imagine that XLM is too. Yep. So it's breaking my yellow line here. I've learned to trust my lines. I don't know when I put this line on the chart, probably years ago, but the fact that price is now breaking out above this yellow dotted line is a very good sign. It's also right now at its 200 daily EMA, which it's been underneath since April. Lost it in April, never reclaimed it. So a major trend shift happening here in these charts. Also tagged these bottom demand zones in August and July. So yeah, XLM looks like it's ready to go, ready for a nice breakout. Like, you know, we saw many coins have this exact same structure this past week or over the past 2 weeks, right? In these long weekly accumulation structures. Look at WIF, look at Bonk, look at all of them, whatever. They all broke out of these, all right? So XLM, being that it's like a banking coin and a high market cap, it's lagging behind, but it should put in the same kind of moves that the other coins did and break out of these long sideways accumulation structures higher. But XLM, nowhere near something, a favorite of mine, something I'm interested in holding. Shout out to Silvadala. Says smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Absolutely, guys. Let me throw out my banner. Not financial advice. Subscribe for more. If you guys do like the content, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and I do appreciate your support a lot. We got Rex57. What's up, Rex? He says, can you check Blub on Sui? So we saw that it was a top gainer today. I know Armzilla mentioned this to me on stream on Friday, I believe. And, you know, if we look since Friday, the 27th, it's put in 2 very bullish days. 40% since Friday. So looks great. It's in price discovery. And one thing I will say with a chart like this, all right, usually when you have this kind of structure, like a channel like this is vertical accumulation. Right? So it's going to accumulate vertically, and then it will go parabolic. And there's a chance that this is the start of its parabolic move. But this is something you'll see a lot over the course of this bull run. As these coins go into very aggressive trends higher, is you'll see these vertical accumulation trends. Pepe just had one and broke out of it, actually. But, you know, it's in a sideways channel, and then it will go vertical. I'll give you an example, actually. Mother just did it on a smaller time frame. So Mother here on the 1 hour, right? Pump is basically a bull flag, right? Bull flags can consolidate upwards, sideways, or downwards. Traditionally, we're used to bull flags that consolidate down, right? Flag in, downwards consolidation, flag out. But you know, they can be in all directions, up, sideways, or downward slanted. Here on Mother, this was a nice vertical accumulation, right, in the small channel, and then bang, goes parabolic. And then you need to sell that parabolic move because that's always the final one. I'll give you 2 examples as well that happened previously. Here is AGI Delicium. This was a bull flag on the daily. Just happened in February and March. Right, so it was basically, flagged up, consolidated, and then when it goes parabolic again, usually that results in the top. I mean, a lot of AI coins did the same thing. Same thing here with AI tech, right? Consolidate, huge move, and then it just bled out. It was the top. So yeah, have your eyes on that. It's going to play out a lot over the next like 6 to 12 months or however long this cycle lasts. But nice vertical accumulation there on Blub. And don't forget, if you're buying this thing, there's people that are up. There's people that are up. It's actually not even that bad. They're up 13x in 23 days. Yeah, so that's actually not that bad, right? If you look at something like Moodang, which is at 250 now, which is ridiculous. But if you look at something like Moodang, if you bought on the 4th day till now, you're up 430x. Right? That's absurd. I would never buy something when someone's up 430x. But something like Blub, where they're up 10x, okay, it's still like you have a huge disadvantage, but it's nothing like they're up 430x, if you get what I'm saying. Let's see. Amsterdam says, Yo, Connor, enjoying your streams. Appreciate all you do. Thank you. I appreciate your support. He says, best AI token aside from Tau, Cubic, AI Tech. So, I mean, in terms of like price potential and like how high they can go, based AI could shock some people here. AGI, I think, is probably up there on that list as well. And I think that's fine. I don't want to overwhelm you with answers. What do you think about open custody? I've never heard of that before. Let's see. Check IXX Rio, please. 2 of the best RWAs. Oh, we're aware of that. Rio, that's my pick for RWA. And very, very good chart here. Broke out of its daily downtrend. Again, flipped your daily 200 EMA above the yearly open. This thing can move very hard and very fast. Basically, everyone who bought at 12 cents, not everyone, like I'm still holding from there, but a lot of people who bought it at 12 sold it. And then, people re-enter here. I mean, people re-enter here. There's top buyers. There's people that enter here. Maybe they're up 2x now. But, all the people that were up from buying the lows in the bear market, whether that was at like a penny or 12 cents, right? The majority of those tokens are likely sold. So the tokens got cycled out. So the holder that was up 20x sold, and now the new holder might be up 2x, or they might be in the negative. And this is a really, really strong sign. That's what we want to see. Because if every holder of the coin is up 20x, I mean, if too many people are in profit, it's not balanced out, and there's going to be huge selling. But because of the cyclical nature of people buying and selling, people taking profits, huge price retracements happening, we basically have a holder base that is in a loss or at break even or in a slight profit, which is a very, very good thing headed into this stage of the bull market, right? That means there's not going to be people dumping a 20x on the first little pump because they're at break even, or maybe they're even still negative from buying the top. So yeah, Rio, very bullish. And then the other one, IXS. So you can see my predictive model here. Basically have this going to the trend line, whenever that will be. And this is not log scale. Let's go put this on the log. This thing's hard to grab on TradingView. It's annoying. Anyways, let's see. So on the log scale to this line, which I still consider to be a valid line. It's much better on the non-log scale, but it still kind of makes sense even on the logarithmic. To this line, it would be a 33x. It's possible. Yeah, but yeah, those are both good RWA coins, Rio and IXS. OB, can you go over using FIB extensions to exit positions when profit targets are hit? What levels would you generally use as exit levels? The 61.8s typically. 272 is not bad. Let's just pick a random example and something I've never looked at before. Let's see if it works. I think this is too new. Let's use render. A random example for FIB extensions. All right. So for render, we're going to take it from this high, the listing high, to this bear market low. And this looks like it would be a 272. Never mind. It's a 61.8. Log scale threw me off. But yeah, typically you're going to want to use the 61.8, the 1618, the 2618, the 3618, so on and so forth. But yeah, I usually mainly go off of the 61.8. Yeah, that's it. But the 272 works for shorter term. Shorter term targets, 272 works great. But there's a clean example. Let's go through one more just so you guys know that this stuff really actually does work. What should we look at? Pendle. Let's see what we get. Let's take everything off except for our 61.8s. So yeah, I mean, I'd still consider this a win, right? 2618 nicked, pulled back, 3618 was resistance. So yeah, just use your 61.8s for extensions. Amster Camp says, sitting on a bag of layer 0, is it worth holding or better to dump it for other opportunities? Well, 0, I mean, it's different from all your other airdrop things because it actually launched at a fair valuation. So with that, I think you're good to see some multiples. If we look at this chart by market cap, right, it bottomed out at 350 mil market cap. And if you look at the price, I mean, we can use some FIB extensions. It looks like I already pulled FIB extensions. I did. As you can see, what did I mark out? The 61.8, the 1618, the 2618. So yeah, I can see it putting in some good numbers. So I think you're probably good to see some multiples holding 0. Shout out to Adrian Kent with the 2 thumbs up. And all day Dre saying to smash up that like button. My man, Snarly Man says, check out apes. Good to go. Well, it's on random exchanges. This chart looks interesting. V reversal recovery. You can't really trade it anywhere, which is tough. Polynix and MEXC. So, I mean, that's not something I'm too interested in. Snarly Man. Gear Than K. Can you check out Gala? Even though I don't like Gala in any way, shape, or form, I'll still look at it real quick. Yeah, it looks really good actually here on the 12-hour. All I see is a bull flag and another breakout pending. Like, we're in the stage of the market right now, guys, where if the coin's half decent, it's going to pump. I mean, breaking out your bull flag right now on Gala. It looks good. Looks like it wants to continue. And gaming is well picking up. Alex Becker back on YouTube shilling all of his gaming projects, which is a good sign overall for gaming. And not much moving today, but a lot of strong weekly candles on these. All right, if we look at some of these weekly candles, Prime good, Naka good, Domi looking good on the weekly, starting to looks bottomed out. C-Defy strong week. Hello, which is trash, strong week. GFAL, very strong week. Lit, stay away. Sin, high risk. Miria, strong week. 3 Bull, strong week. PZP, decent week. Dual, 4 green weeks in a row. Epic, starting to make a comeback. Corpo, strong weeks. Ace, good weekly candles. GHX, good weekly candle. I mean, just going through these. Creo, weekly candle looks good. Alaska Gold Rush. This might be this thing was super hyped up. Alaska Gold Rush. Karat. I mean, it's supposed to be like this big AAA game and all this. Karat, Alaska Gold Rush. 638K just by me talking about it. I mean, if one person buys, it could pump. But this thing got sold off into hell. If you look at this chart, it's supposed to be some big AAA game and all this. Anyways, that's interesting. And then OTK on the weekly looks to be breaking or trying to break this trend line. So yeah, we just went through all the gaming coins and they all look similar and they're putting in strong weeks here. All right, so good sign across the board. UOS lagging, PYR green, WAGMI pumping, Sidus pumping, Senate pumping, IMX pumping, Mana green weeks, AXS 3 green weeks in a row, Sand same thing. And ApeCoin, even the biggest shitcoin in the market, ApeCoin, with a green weekly candle this week. So yeah, gaming is looking really good right now as far as the charts go. CCS, can you check out AGC? Well, if you've been paying attention today in our live stream, hopefully you're able to identify what this is. Move up, consolidate. What's going to happen? Is it going to go like this or is it going to go like this? I think it's going to go like this and bull flag higher. Looks good. I hold this. Pump my bags. Let's go. Do whatever you want, but yeah, looks good. We got Scorch 888. He says, "Hi lads, what's up, Scorch? Good to have you here." TT. Hi Connor, happy Sunday. Thoughts on XAI and Bobo? XAI, bit of a gaming Ponzi here. Looks to be making a bit of a revival. He's got this zone to clear here. So if it's going to stay bullish, 22 cents should keep on acting as support, so on and so forth. And yeah, 22 cents is a big range, actually. You have this support level. You also have this support level still within 22 cents. So that looks good to continue to run higher for all the gaming enthusiasts or leverage trading enthusiasts. Let me go like this, actually. Okay, we have a perfect channel on XAI here, being well respected within the channel. So again, we want to be pinpoint with entries. So depending on what this wants to do, it looks to me like it wants to now pump to the top of the channel. But for whatever reason, if it wants to come back down, I would use this channel as your reference to look for entries, right? Trading in a bull market can be pretty brain dead. You don't need to be a genius for this. Any dickhead can draw a trend line on the chart and trade off of it. It comes down to your execution. So it's pretty simple in a bull market. It's all on you to execute. Pull the trigger, let it bang. And then Bobo. Bobo looks good here. We go back to our price chart. We get some marks on it. So hit the top of our green zone as well as our trend line. These were put on the chart well in advance, so it's scary how accurate that was. Pull back here to the 50% fib, and we're basically just in another sideways consolidation now. If it does dump, which I don't think it will, have your eyes on the golden pocket, the 61.8. But more likely than not, it continues its ascent higher from here, TT. And let's see. Why is ETHW pumping? I have no idea, Scorch. Probably because the regular Ethereum, Vitalik is still working on it. So ETHW is, of course, the proof of work version of Ethereum that was not forked when they moved over to proof of stake not too long ago. So I guess the Ethereum community, and you can trade perps on this too on Bybit, insane pump. But yeah, I guess the Ethereum community wants to go back to proof of work. They're sick of proof of stake. But if this thing's going to continue, it's got a lot of room to run. It's at $4 to the all-time high. It's got another 3x in it. Weekly candle looks ridiculous. Daily candles as well. It's in a parabola. So I haven't used these in a while, actually, but it's time to bring our parabolas back, guys. It's time to bring our parabolas back. They actually work extremely well to trade when the bull market is actually here. So we're bringing the parabolas back, lads. When this thing starts to go sideways, when this thing wants to go sideways, we want to use our parabola as our kind of entry level because they work weirdly well. But yeah, that's a parabola if I've ever seen one. So we'll see. I don't recommend buying it when it's pumping like this, but when it wants to consolidate, let's see. On the 15, you got to go on the lower time frames, right? Every 15-minute consolidation has just been pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate. So, in a bull run, it's really that simple. When an asset is running parabolically, you long every 15-minute consolidation you can until it doesn't work anymore. And when it stops working, you wait for the next one to appear, and then you milk it dry again. Let's see, BRC20. Hey, Connor, what do you think about AXL? Is that Axelar? Yeah, it's some VC tech, cross-chain bridging stuff. I'm not crazy bullish on this thing. That's what I think about it. Let's see, Vasanth. Hi, Connor. Appreciate all these streams. You're a legend. Thank you for your support, Vasanth, Vasi. Is Cubic still a large position? Yes, I do still have Cubic, indeed. We got a super chat from Diane. Thank you, Diane, for the €3 super chat. How do you think about Turbo? Well, Turbo went 100% over the past week or two. Got listed on Binance and pumped very hard. Now, if we look at our Turbo chart, it looks to be in a range, right? Like so. So if we want to play the range smart, we simply want to buy the bottom of the range at around 525, 535, and then hopefully it will continue from that point. But let's go ahead and mark a zone we have on the chart. We'll mark it like so. Okay, I just isolated this daily candle. For Turbo, this is your daily demand level closest to current price. So you want to look for a dip down. It starts at 550, down to around 480. Or it looks like Armando got some amusement out of him being the biggest bull here at Crypto Empire. We got Emin. What's up, Emin? Hey, no problem, Armando. Crypto God says Maple's going to explode. RWA is going to explode, not just Maple. So if we go over to our RWA watch list here, Maple on the weekly since November of 2023 has been dead sideways in a range from $22 down to $11. Right now it's at 19. So still in the range, albeit at the top of its range. But yeah, this is a weekly range. So what in a bull market, what do you expect? A breakout of the range. Maple looks good here. GFI Goldfinch bull flagging. This thing pumped hard into April to $6. That's bull flag here. Goldfinch looks ready to pop as well. We already talked about Rio. Let's see, CFG on the weekly, not as strong, but still, if you look at it where it went, origin of the pump, you want to see a large reversal out of here. Pendle's been on fire. Ondo's been good. So yeah, RWA in general is going to explode. SMT still in this bottom demand zone. Parcel went up 100% from the bottom. Yeah, RWA in general is going to explode. So Maple is just one option out of many, but the Maple chart does look good. Let's see. Hey, Con, what are your thoughts on the TIA chart? So I had this up about TIA basically their VCs invested 20 million. They staked it because the investment's locked, and they sold over $82 million of staking rewards before a single token they bought in the seed sale was unlocked, or the Series A and B sales. So VCs have been cashing in on TIA. Retail has been getting wrecked, staking their TIA, thinking that they're going to get airdrops. Meanwhile, the VCs are just staking and dumping the rewards on people. But yeah, TIA here on the daily time frame, still below your mean at 765. So let's get rid of this green and make a new green. Isolate this red daily candle here. As far as I'm concerned, that's a bullish order block. So yeah, we're dipping into it. If you want to get super technical here, look for longs below 573. But that's what I think of the TIA chart. Should continue and hold this green box here. You don't want to be in it below that. Let's see. Have I heard of Checks? Talking about RWA. Yes, Checks is another RWA coin on fire right now. It's up 17% on the day here. 180 mil market cap. And then your other question, have I heard of Cali Chain? I have heard of Cali Chain, right? I have heard of that one. If you go to my channel here and search Cali Chain, I made a video on it before it launched. Check out that old background. We're not there anymore. But yeah, this was a sponsored video actually, and it ended up really doing extremely well out of that kind of pre-sale that they wanted me to advertise, and it's still relevant today. It's performing extremely well after finding a bottom down here at the list price. But nonetheless, not every sponsored video is absolute garbage. This is one of the few that's actually good. So good to see. CCS, would you recommend to hold NXRA? No. Absolutely not. That coin's trash. Shout out to Armzilla. What up, Armzilla? Apes on Ape Screener. I think you mean Deck Screener. Apes on Soul? No, Apes on Ape Screener. You're right about that. What the heck is Ape Screener? It's on Ethereum. Yeah, this is it's a good meme chart. We got to pull up our parabola because this is a parabola. Looks pretty good there. Let's see. Emin, do you think base memes return? I do. Brett, Toshi, Boda, can do. Yes, I think they'll all do quite well when base does make a hard comeback. All right, guys, a lot of questions here, but we've been going now for over an hour. We're going to go ahead and wrap up our stream right now. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Be sure to follow me on X at CCellCrypto, and we'll be back. We're doing daily live streams except for Saturdays. So I'll see you all tomorrow for a new fresh week ahead. And yeah, it's the start of October on Tuesday. And based off of our prediction here to pump 40 days before the election, that happened. The second half of that prediction is that we're going to pump hard into the elections, which means in October, we should be seeing some more green. That's what I'm expecting here. But I hope you enjoyed this live stream. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire. I'll see you in the next one. If you like this one and you haven't hit that like button yet, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications so that you are notified when I go live or make a video. Join the free Telegram group. If you're interested, apply to the mastermind if you want to hear from me more often. And with that being said, have an amazing rest of your weekend. My name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.